Hi, this is Betsy from Cuttin Corners Vinyl in Nederland, Texas. Today we're going to go over this fun little project of decorating this table. Now, as you can see, this table is not in the best of shape. It was in my daughter's room. We got her some new pieces of furniture. So I figured I'd make it a little bit snazzy to put over here at the shop. Now, excuse me if the video is a little funny. This is the first time using the new camera. I'm hoping that we get some better quality picture and sound out of it, and I am doing this by myself because I decided to wait till, 8 o'clock at night to start filming. So, as you can see, table looks gross. So first thing I'm gonna do is take my denatured alcohol and spray down the tabletop. There we go. So that way I can clean all this gunk off. Well, as much of the gunk is gonna come, so we'll see. Have you ever noticed, maybe it's just my kids are so messy. I don't understand it. I don't know how, my boys especially, they share a room. Their room can go from spotless, because I've jumped their butts and made them clean their room, to completely and utterly filthy in 30 minutes. And I don't get that. And maybe it's just my kids, but it doesn't seem like kids take care of things the way that they used to. Now, this is our hibiscus anchor. It's on this 651 matte Orcal, which is available on our website now. As well as I've already taken and masked it with the transfer tape that's on our website. Again, I prefer the paper kind. Now, if you notice on here, I did not weed it. And there's a reason for that, because what we're going to do is, this is a paint and glitter tutorial. And we're gonna weed it as we need to. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking and removing the paper backing off of it. And this design is 15 inches by like 11 inches. So there we go. So now we can take and squeegee our vinyl down onto our table. Nothing hard. And remember, it's not one of those things that I care about how it looks. I do care about how it looks. I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. I don't care if the vinyl has any bumps or anything like that in it, because I do take and first is, now that I have the vinyl off, we're going to take and grab our weed tool, and we're going to take and weed out. We're going to start off with our anchor portion of our design. So we're just going to take and weed those pieces to start with. Which, as y'all know, whenever I refer to weeding, it is me just removing the vinyl. There we go. So what I'm going to take is, this is the Artist Loft Metallic White. Only reason I'm using this is because it was handy. So I'm just going to squeeze some out on a paper plate. And then I just have a sponge brush. So just gonna paint a nice thick coat of paint on those areas. So as you can see, this part is actually pretty simple and pretty fast. And again, I will probably speed through parts of this so it doesn't take as long on camera. And how are y'all liking the new tutorials? I'm hoping y'all are getting something out of it. I enjoy doing them. I just want to make sure that y'all are learning something. And let me know as well what types of tutorials you're wanting to see over how to do what things in Cricut or in Silhouette or in Inkscape or Corel Draw. Because I will do my darndest to make sure y'all get to see the tutorials that you want. So right now I'm taking, this is the extra fine glitter in, what color is this one? Gunmetal. And I'm just putting it all over that part of my anchor. This is going to be so cool once it's done. Okay. So that part's covered. Now we're going to take this table. Let's see. And I'm going to take, what am I going to put this in? So now that we have it covered in glitter, that portion of it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this piece of parchment paper down on the floor and then slowly get rid of the excess glitter. And by doing it on the parchment paper, I can take my bottle of glitter There we go. So now the gunmetal glitter's put up. Now we'll move on to another color. As I said, this isn't a hard project, it's just a little bit tedious. So now we're going to do our leaves. And because for time constraints, I'm going to do all my leaves one color. But as you can see, again, this isn't hard. And if need be, you could always take and print a picture of what you're going to paint and have it sitting beside you, and then you'd know which pieces to weed. I'm just kind of playing around with it, so. Okay. So there we go. Now we have all of our leaf pieces removed. Now we're going to take our white paint just like we did earlier and goop it on to where the leaves are. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to take this emerald mixed glitter, which has some light and dark green pieces in it. And we're going to take and do just like we did on the gunmetal and put it all over that wet paint. There we go. And again, just like we did with the gunmetal glitter, we're going to take the table and just dump the glitter off, excess glitter off, onto this big old piece of parchment paper. Okie dokie. And then again, with it being on paper, I can pour all that excess right back into the bottle. Because I don't like to waste glitter. Okay, now we're on to our flowers. And I think I'm gonna do the flowers all one color today as well. Okay. Okay. Again, the worst part about this project is how tedious it is. Just removing all these little pieces. Almost finished. Okay. There we go. One of my little pieces, these fine little baby lines and the hibiscus, decided to curl up on itself. There we go. So, as you can see now, we've got that all weeded off. Now, the last and final coat of paint. We are going to do there we go. Okay, and I think we're gonna make the flowers all pink, so we're going to use the petal pink glitter. So now what we're doing is covering all the flowers in that beautiful pink color. Okay, and same thing, just like we did before, we're gonna take the table and we're gonna dump it over onto that piece of parchment paper. So now we can take and dump all of that glitter back into the container. Okay, there we go. Now, what we're going to do is pull off all the excess vinyl. Ew, I love how this turned out. Let's see. I see a part of my ink on this. Good thing about this process though is I can touch it up. So, as you can see, our table is finished. Now I'm going to let this dry for at least 24 hours and then I will take and hard coat it with some polyacrylic so that way it's sealed and you can put glasses and everything like that on it and not have an issue with it. So, if you like this tutorial, please give it a big thumbs up. If there are any more that you're wanting to see, any other types of projects, please let me know. Remember, we're doing our scrap box giveaway on May the 4th, which is Thursday. If you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, that's one entry. If you take and like our Facebook page, or if you and share the post, or share the page, sorry. Or if you have already liked it, if you're an OG liker, then you can just share the page, and that's another entry. And any purchase made between now and May the 4th in store or online counts as additional entries. So if you have any additional questions, please let me know. And remember, the vinyl, the pick, the transfer tape, what else? The squeegee, they're all and the SVG that I used are all available on our website. So, and everything else that I used in this tutorial is all available at Hobby Lobby. So remember, y'all, thanks, and y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.